Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Blackfinch here again, and I've had a request to do a review of this fine machine. It's known in game as the MS1, but actually in reality was called the T18. There's another tank in the World of Tanks called the T18, so we'll call this the MS1, otherwise it'll get really confusing. And like the other T18, this is a bit of a beast. So, you just started out in your fresh new World of Tanks career, or you've been playing for a long time and you've had enough of losing, so you think, I'm going to play some tier 1 and play against people who've just started out in their World of Tanks career. You've got the choice of these tanks. And there are roughly champions, really, though they're all equally valid, as to which to consider as the king of tier 1. So you've got the MS1, which is not so often seen. You've got the Light Tractor, which is the infamous German tank that you see everywhere. Mine's called Hercules. I've got a bizarre sense of humour. And then you quite often see the T18 Cunningham, especially in the current format for 7v7 mode. And my T18 Cunningham looks horrible with that turret, but many of which you don't very often see the Vickers, the Renault Otso, even though it is basically an MS1. Right. So the French designed this tank called the Renault FT. This is based upon their World War I designs, and it was mass produced, and everybody bought it pretty much. There's a Vickers tank as well that was also very popular. So the Japanese Renault NC31 is a variant of the Renault FT. Sorry, did I say the Japanese? I meant the Chinese Renault NC41. I think I might have just started World War III there. The Renault Otso is a variant of the Renault FT. And T1 Cunningham is, I believe, an American produced vehicle, but they did use foreign vehicles very early. So the MS1 is also a Russian design that's based on the Renault FT, and I think one of the big differences you can see here is this vertical spring suspension. But I mean, the size and shape pay tribute to. I often wonder if this thing's to stop the tank falling over when it shoots or something madness like that, or if it's just there to balance because it's front end heavy or some. Anyone who knows what this is for, because it's on all of them, except that one, which has got a longer bum. But this has got like a big. There's something going on in the back with these that's about weight, but tangent. So the Renault, yeah, the MS1 based on the Renault FT, but just from my mind, so much better. So we're going to look at the three things that it's got that make a tank good: mobility, protection, and firepower. So mobility, we've got a 70 horsepower engine, and we weigh 5.85 tons. Compare that to the Light Tractor. It's got a 100 horsepower engine, it weighs 8.34 tons, and the rest I don't have fully upgraded, but that gives you a 110 horsepower engine, it weighs 11 tons, so it's real slow. This one gives you a 75 horsepower engine, it weighs 8 tons, so it's really slow. Oh wow, you get multiple engines on this one. The things that you forget: 75, probably going to be similar to the MS1. The one that's the clear winner of mobility is a T1 Cunningham, 132 horses, and it only weighs 7.21, which is why it's quite often used as a scout tank in 7v7 mode. But in terms of mobility, this is a slow tank, but every tier 1 is slow, and that's why they play on small maps. It's not really that far behind the others. What it's got so we'll do firepower and then we'll go on to protection. So don't expect to be whizzing around the map like a crazy lunatic, but you're not the slowest thing out there. So in terms of guns, you've got a few choices. At the top end, you've got this 23mm VJA, which gives you 13mm of pen, a 9 clip magazine, and does 12 damage per shot, but isn't very accurate, 0.54, with only a 1.9 seconds aiming time, so it's not bad. And then variants on that. Or the other option you've got is the evolution of the 37mm, this 45mm gun. 0.46 accuracy for tier 1 is not terrible. 2.5 second aiming time is, but like, all tier 1 guns are pretty awful. But the size of the caliber, the fact that there's 51mm of penetration, there's not a single tank at tier 1 that won't penetrate easily, or tier 2, with the possible exception of the T18. We load some APCR just for T18s because they've stolen our name. Means if you can hit it, you can damage it, and 47 hit damage versus things with only like 100 hit points, 130 hit points. You're seeing a disadvantage that it's had here. I should mention that protection, but is a big amount. You know, it's going to take you 3 shots to kill almost anything. I think the toughest. Oh, it's worth spending the money. He gets 140 when he's got the big turret, and that's the most. This thing is so slow. And look at that armor. Where is it? 6mm. Yeah. If you're firing at him, and I don't, but I should. 23mm of penetration and 62 damage for the HE round is not a bad option. To be fair, at that 23mm of penetration, look at the frontal armor of all of our competitors. 30mm, he's going to be a problem. I think he's the toughest tier 1. 16, yeah, you should get through him. 6, 10, 16, 14, and this has got 18. So, in theory, it can get through the fronts of things with HE. I don't test that theory because I tend to be at long range and I like to use the gun. But the gun is outstanding. It is probably the best sniper gun for tier 1. So, next, we're going to have a look at protection, and I've just shown you the comparative values of the various other tier 1s, so we're just going to have a little look in depth at the MS1. So this piece of software, for those who don't have it, is Tank Inspector by a Chinese company calling themselves Smelly River, which is an interesting enough name, and it's brilliant and well worth investing in. Because you can move your tank at any angle you like, stick the cursor over it, and it will tell you, it'll do the calculations for armor angling, and tell you how effective your armor is going to be because of the angle. But we want to see this, which is our armor diagram. So, as you can tell from the colours, the armor is pretty uniform all round. This lower plate's got 18mm, but because it's so very sloped, it's going to be even front on. There isn't a tank that's going to be lower than it. Realistically, you're going to be sort of up here. You're looking at 25 with effective sloping, and all of the bits that are flashing red right now are 18mm. This front plate is only 16mm, the same as most of the tank, but it's again really sloped, the equivalent of 20-30. When people are using those machine guns at you, you will get lucky bounces. Well, not lucky, just bounces because of your armor. 18mm here. You've got your dome up the top, which is really bouncy. If you aim at the wrong point, it goes up to like 20-30, but yeah. Sides aren't much different to the front, but they're very flat, so easily penetrated. The rear is exactly the same as the side, but it's bigger. It's got that barnyard door thing going on. This is spaced armour that I don't know how it works. And again, yeah. I mean, I'm doing a calculation here. Oh, let's change this. Just tone this down to. Yeah. Should be something more comparable. That's better. 32mm there with the spacing. 27 there. Yeah, it's pretty tough, little fella. Certainly compared to some of the other tier 1s. Let's have a look at the only medium tank at tier 1 because it's cruel. 6mm. Yeah, the sloping makes it 7, 8, 6. Yeah. Oh, this is just a giant slow moving box of hit points to give you XP. It's got a great gun with massive ammo capacity, but other than that, this armor is obviously just designed to protect it from its crew from small arms fire. Anyway, yeah, let's have a look at the MS1 in action. So Himmelsdorf is one of the maps that you're going to get when you're in a low tier vehicle. So I'm top tier, which was nice. And there's people who are members of clans claiming it's their first match. I'm convinced. As you can see, we're up to 30. It's not insanely slow. I want to get into a good spot where I'm hold down and I can exploit the accuracy of this tank. As I said, it's not that accurate, but when it does hit, so 2 hits, we did 90 odd damage to him. An exchange took about 40, so you know, a good exchange. We could have taken more had someone else not come in and taken the kill, so I'm not over upset about it, but you may as well fire while this thing aims. Let's make a big bang. These gas cylinders go as well. No, they don't. That's our first kill. Come on, aim.
Есть пробитие. Уничтожен. Уничтожен.
I'm concerned about that medium.
Есть пробитие.
But, you know, I shouldn't really be that concerned. This is tier 1 after all. Probably not an experienced player if he's driving a medium. Let's go finish this guy. Ooh. Curse this good quality team. So, yeah, I'm not massively mobile. My armour has protected me a little bit. The gun has been excellent. I don't think this guy's even paying attention. His turret's moving. Seriously, at tier 1, but we've cooked him. But I'm going to secure the kill anyway. I need another couple to get a top gun, but there's only 2 left alive, so I think it's not going to be on the cards. So let's have some more explosions that Michael Bay would approve of. This is one. No, they've killed him. Top gun is not happening. There's more cars that I haven't killed. I didn't want to go up here. How come I'm chasing a medium up here? I mean, it's the blind leading the blind, really, in this chase. We're catching the Renowatsu here. But yeah, there we go, game over. So let's see how that panned out. Well, I mean, we got our ace tanker, which is nice. 2,937 damage with the triple. 1,200 credits. Didn't fire any premium, so that's 11,837 of profit, minus a little bit of repairs. Not a terrible game. We came first on our team, 510 damage, putting us way above the field. But this guy on the LOL tractor also had a good game. There's a lot of people who probably were new to the game that did nothing. So that's a bit sad for them. When scumbags like me are going in with loads of experience and just killing everybody. We fired 29 times and we hit 12, which gives you an idea about the accuracy, and most of my shots were fully aimed. The aim time is such that you may as well have a pop before you fully aimed and then let it aim between shells loading. All of them did penetrate, which goes back to what I said about the gun being good, but I mean, basically, if you're going to shamelessly pad your win rate by playing tier 1, then the MS1 is a very valid choice. In terms of equipment, put a camera net on it, and binos, because that gives it a 357mm view range, which is brilliant for the tier. The camo net makes it stealthy. My crew have camouflage as a skill, and I have it vents because it's cheap, really cheap, and it gives you 5% to everything. If I was feeling completely mad, I would probably put a gun laying driver on for the 10% speed in place of the vents, and maybe use it in place of the binos. I don't know, probably not, but that camo net will make all the difference. You're going to be against players with an experienced crews, don't understand the camouflage mechanic, and a little bit of patience and being sat in a bush. They won't be able to see you, and you'll be sniping them from a mile away, and there will be occasions where you have ridiculous games. Now, are people who constantly play tier 1 games in order to increase their stats scumbags? Yes they are. If you're one of those people, it's really unfortunate. But every now and then, when you've had a bad day and you face what you've been given just teams of window licking idiots, then sometimes it's fun to have a little bit of a laugh and bully on the noobs. So for the person who requested this review, I hope it was insightful for you, and I hope it helps you making your choice of tier 1. And for everybody else, I hope it was a bit of a laugh. I'll catch you all later.